So Disney and Lucasfilm have once again showed their true colors. They've once again exposed their true agenda. They've once again embarrassed themselves in front of everyone. I'm sure you've all already seen this story. Leaked Disney documents reveal potentially divisive racial policies. This guy Christopher F. Russo leaked some documents from Disney, and a lot of people see them as very divisive. A lot of people see them as straight up racist, including myself. I don't see how any of these documents can do anything positive for Disney or for society. And honestly, they just come across as pretty racist, but as long as you're racist towards the right group of people, the people in the cancel culture mob, the crazies on Twitter, they don't care. And neither does Disney. As long as you play into their agenda, as long as you're racist towards the right groups of people, and it upholds their image of being woke and it upholds their reputation in the cancel culture community, as long as they can't be canceled by cancel culture because they're being racist, then they'll be fine. They don't care if they're actually being racist. They don't care about any of these causes that they claim to support, like I've said a million times. They don't care about any of this stuff. They only care about profiting off of it, and they only care about how it looks on the outside. They don't care about what's actually happening on the inside, which is why I 100% think that Disney wanted these documents leaked. I think they 100% wanted the general public to see these documents because they think they're going to get overwhelming support. They think they're going to get praise over this. They don't think that they're going to get backlash from this. This is extremely woke. This is what everyone wants them to be, right? Let's take a look at what these documents actually say. Disney recommends that employees read a how-to guide called 75 Things White People Can Do for Racial Justice. The article tells readers to defund the police, participate in reparations, decolonize your bookshelf, and find and join a local white space. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what the hell decolonize your bookshelf means. I don't even know what a white space is. I'm sure it's some kind of space where you get educated on your white privilege. I'll stay the hell away from those places. And I really don't know how to decolonize my bookshelf. How the hell did my bookshelf get colonized in the first place? And I don't even want to go into the defund the police or reparation stuff, but they're pretty much just telling you that you should feel bad for being white. And I understand there's a lot of history that goes into this. I understand that things have happened in the past. The white people that are living today did not do those things. The white people that are working for Disney did not do those things. You shouldn't have to feel guilty because of the color of your skin. You should never feel certain emotions because of the color of your skin. It doesn't matter what color that is. It could be white, it could be black, it could be brown, it could be orange. Shout out to Donald Trump. It really just doesn't matter to me. No one should feel bad. No one should be put down because of the color of their skin. That's just how I feel. And it seems like Disney is being racist towards white people here. And I think they wanted these documents to get leaked because they think the general public loves being racist towards white people. That's not how society really works. That's not how most people really think. That's just a small group of weirdos on Twitter. But it just so happens that that small group of weirdos on Twitter are extremely loud. And Disney loves to listen to them for whatever reason. They need new researchers. They need people to give them information that actually understand how social media works. The loudest people on social media don't always represent the majority. A lot of the time, actually, it's the minority. And for whatever reason, the people that do the research on social media at Disney just cannot understand that concept. And it seems like they get it wrong so often when they do research on social media, when they do research on the public opinion. The only thing that they can understand, the only thing that truly speaks to Disney is money. Whatever sells, they keep doing that. Whatever doesn't sell, they stop doing that. And that's why I hate calling for boycotts. That's why I'll never say to boycott certain things on this channel. But at the end of the day, the only thing that will make Disney make changes, the only thing that will get things done at Disney is by voting with their dollar, paying for the Disney products that you do enjoy, and don't pay for the products that you don't enjoy. And if you really hate Disney, if you really don't like anything that they do, then don't pay for anything that Disney does. Cancel your Disney Plus membership, never buy another Disney product. And if enough people do that, if enough people vote with their wallet, then changes will be made. The only other way to make changes at Disney is to quit your job, collect unemployment, and start Twitter hashtags for a full-time job. And it also seems like that's an extremely effective way of doing things. Finally, Disney has launched racially segregated affinity groups for minority employees with the goal of achieving cultural authentic insights. The Latino group was named Ola, the Asian group was named Compass, and the black group named Wakanda. I feel like I read an article every single day where I just don't believe that I'm awake right now. I have to be dreaming. This cannot be real life. I can't be reading these words. But it's every single day where I'm reading one of these articles and my mind is just blown that people are this stupid. Included in the alleged Disney document for employee training are references to the 1619 Project, Dying of Whiteness by Jonathan Metzel, and suggested nonfiction books about anti-racism for children. Disney has also allegedly formed a 21-day racial equality and social justice challenge for its employees so they can reflect on what it means to be raised in a society that elevates white culture over others. What the hell is this shit, man? Why is Disney so obsessed with this? Just let your employees do their job. I understand that they want the outside world to look at them and be like, oh, they're so inclusive. Oh, look at this equality over there. But if anyone is out there doing their research enough to see how their employees are being trained, they're gonna see all the racist stuff that you do way before they see all of your employees training. It's not that hard to find. You've done it over and over again. You are a racist company. And like I said, you've proven that time and time again. It doesn't matter how much anti-racism training you give your employees. Actions speak louder than words, and your actions repeatedly tell us that you are a racist company. You love to portray equality. You love to portray diversity in your hires and your employees are allowed to say whatever they want to say as long as it's racist towards a certain group of people, as long as it withholds that agenda that you're trying to push in your content. But then behind the scenes, you do extremely racist things. You do extremely contrary to that agenda things. But then behind the scenes, you do extremely racist things. You do things that are extremely contrary to that agenda. And it's not hard to find. It's a lot easier to find than the anti-racist training that your employees are going through. But because of all this backlash, Disney was pressured into making an official statement on these documents. This article from Pirates and Princesses as well says Disney released a statement on controversial anti-racism employee training. Disney has responded to the backlash over the program and has released an official statement. It reads, "These internal documents are being deliberately distorted as reflective of company policy, when in fact their purpose was to allow diversity of thought and discussion on the incredibly complex and challenging issues. When in fact their purpose was to allow diversity of thought and discussion on the incredibly complex and challenging issues of race and discrimination that we as a society and companies nationwide are facing. The Disney brand has a long history of inclusivity with stories that reflect acceptance and tolerance and celebrate people's differences, as we have consistently demonstrated in such popular films as Moana, Coco, Black Panther, Soul, and Raya and the Last Dragon." They're literally virtue signaling in their statement about racism. Does anyone actually read this and believe this shit? You have to have such low IQ to not see right through this statement. And as a global entertainment company, we are committed to continuing to tell stories that reflect the rich diversity of the human experience. Notice how they mention the popular films Moana, Coco, Black Panther, Soul, and Raya and the Last Dragon, but they don't mention Mulan. I wonder why that is. Let's take a look at this article from BBC. Disney is under fire for shooting its new film Mulan in parts of China where the government is accused of serious human rights abuses. So it doesn't seem like they care too much about human rights or equality or any of that other stuff. Whenever they go to China, whenever it doesn't benefit them, whenever they're not in the public eye, whenever the microscope isn't on them, they don't care about it because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't make them profits. It's just so easy to see through everything that Disney has been doing. And for the longest time, I thought Disney was this pure company. I've said this so many times, but I've always thought that they were just this family-friendly company that was so pure, that was so righteous. And they're just not. They're an awful company, and I don't know if all the people that run the company are bad people, but I do know that they'll do anything for money. They don't care about any of these causes that they claim to support. They don't care about equality. They don't care about inclusivity. They don't care about human rights. Unless it can make them a profit, unless it can benefit them in some way, they do not care. Disney has received backlash from some fans for seemingly picking a side in an increasingly polarized political climate that is America in 2021. Despite this, Disney CEO Bob Chapek insists that Disney is apolitical. Bob, we are not stupid. Anyone who cares about Disney's politics enough to look at this stuff can see right through your idiotic statement, can see right through this ridiculous statement that you made. This just makes you look even worse. Just admit it that you're a left-leaning company. Just admit it. It would be way better for your optics, I promise you. Because everyone on the right or anyone who's not a radical leftist doesn't like the stuff that you're doing, doesn't like the fact that you're taking sides in politics. We do not like this stuff. And I've never labeled myself left or right, conservative or liberal. I will never label myself. But I think I speak for most people watching this video when I say that we do support inclusivity, we do support equality, but we do not support media companies that take a side in politics. Equality and inclusivity are not exclusive to one side of politics. That is universal viewpoints that good people have. But Disney does not have those viewpoints at all. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Disney does not uphold any of those values that Bob Chapek talked about because they don't actually care. They just want to turn profits. They just want things to benefit them financially. And if saying that they have values of diversity and inclusivity makes them a profit, which it does because most people out there are good people who like to see inclusion, who like to see diversity, they will say that as long as it makes them a profit, even though they do not practice what they preach at all. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. What do you think about Disney's statement? I think it's so easy to see through. I think it's just embarrassing. I think it makes Disney look worse and worse every time they put out a statement like that because everyone can see right through everything that they're saying. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description. Thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next one.